Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the girl T. We back with another video. What I told y'all? I told y'all in the recent video that I made, that we cannot allow the Bengals get big plays down the field. Jamar Chase had an amazing game. We let him do whatever the fuck he want to do in that game. T. Higgins came up with that a giant play against Ramsey. It was no safety help at all. Actually, it was a few plays like that. And they got it with no safety help. I don't know why our safeties dropping down in coverage. Um, this team just it never disappoints, and people will argue in the comments talking about, oh, they'll be all right, they'll be just fine. And then I think after this game, we lost this game, by the way. We have the Packers after this, and they on the hot streak. They've been balling out there, and this just showed you what I said. It comes back to my point where I said this was a trap game, and I meant that it was. It was. You should never treat a team just because they two and four. Well, now they 3-4. That don't mean nothing. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Any team can beat you. Like they just did us. Um, and I've been saying this again. We're gonna need a second receiver. I just told one of my fellow, sports fanatic um friends on here that's on TikTok that we're gonna need another receiver. She was like, why? I think y'all doing just fine with the tight ends and stuff. Yeah, but you can see after that big old catch from DK, it's they started caught on to what he was doing. So who do you have after that? But yeah, you got Juno Smith, Pat Firemove, Darnell, but Roman Wilson, he actually stepped up this game a little bit, but at the same time, who do you have after that? This comes to a point where you're gonna need another receiver. We can't keep playing like this. Three tight ends, and like that's the way Arthur Smith kind of draws up his plays. He has one receiver, which is DK Metcalf, and he has three tight ends. That's exactly how he plays his offense. So if the run game is working, then he goes to the either the tight ends or the receiver. And yeah, you see how that turned out, huh? And I'm not really a big Arthur Smith fan or Tyrell Austin fan. And I said this over and over again. I don't see how Tyrell Austin even has a job. I don't. I don't see how he has a job. But you have to give credit where it's due. The Bengals did exactly what they were supposed to do in that game. They had momentum. They pushed it down the field. We couldn't stop it. So they were like, fuck it, we're gonna run it. We're gonna most definitely give it to our best receiver on the squad. In my opinion, one of the best receivers in the league. If you Jamar Chase, T Higgins. They was very comfortable. Joe Flacco looked very comfortable out there. I think he threw it. He had like 300 some yards, three three TDs that game. Yeah. Jamar Chase had a lot of. He had. I think he's like the most targeted receiver in the league. Yeah, he had a lot of targets, a lot of receptions as well. He had a big ass game because we're in soft coverage. But that's not to take away what he done. He did in this game. He definitely killed us. Like, let's not. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, this guy, he can't do this and that. But it's Jamar Chase. Um, yeah, we got killed, and that's just facts. I'm laying in all this. I'm just gonna give it to you for the real. We got killed, and they pushed the ball down the field, and it just nothing you can do. Two picks from Aaron Rodgers. Uh, yeah, that didn't look good at all. But other than that, man, I told people, like I said, I be wanting to have these little talks with some of my fans, not some of my fans, but some of my Steelers peers that be under my comments. They never come through. I be going live almost every day, and they whooped our ass. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I know as much as I hate the Bengals and stuff, they whooped us. Like Jamar, and I told people, like, you cannot allow Jamar Chase to get going like that, or T Higgins. Um, they did a very good job of containing T.J. Watt too as well. Um, what else? Warren. What can I say about Warren? Warren did his job. He did what he could. He did what he could. But other than that, it still comes down to wanting another receiver. You know, are we hopefully, there's some receivers out there on the trade block, and we go grab one, because having one receiver, to rely on DK, and then you have three tight ends. That's, to me, is not it. I don't like that at all. I've never been a fan of that. But other than that, we got our ass whooped. Shout out to the Bengals. I know I got some Bengals fans that follow me on TikTok and YouTube. GG to y'all. I got a few Bengals friends that follow me on here, so I'm saying congratulations. Y'all deserve that win, and yeah, the better team won that game, and that was the Bengals, and that's that. But y'all make sure y'all like, comment what you thoughts of the game and everything like that. Um, Thank y'all for supporting me on TikTok and YouTube, and I'll be back with the next video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.